Hello everyone, welcome to CyberDucky. Today we will look at how to configure LACP or PAGP in Cisco switch configuration. And if you want to boost your network configuration skills and with LACP and PAGP tricks, if for every OT engineer or any network administrator, or if you are a CCNA, someone who trying to get a CCNA, this is the video for you. Watch me or watch entire video to get to know more stuff about LACP and PAGP. We will compare the configuration and troubleshooting of link aggregation control protocol and the port aggregation protocol in Cisco switch. First, we will talk about LACP and then we will talk about the PAGP. So the PAGP and LACP is the first is the LACP is the open standard and PAGP is let me help you write. So LACP versus PAGP. So this is Cisco protocol. It's designed by Cisco, so you will only see in Cisco switches. This one is open standard, meaning you will see in Cisco, you will see in Allen Bradley, and you will see in Juniper. So and others, even Chinese version of switches like Huawei or whatever, you will see all these other brands also, you will see this. And configuration wise, not big different, it's a very small difference, but the demo will be only showing in Cisco switch. So because this one is focused on Cisco modeling lab, so I'm going to use for this lab is a Cisco modeling lab. Let me get the switch. So I'm going to put two switches, three. Let me set up the lab first. Yep, so I created the lab. Sorry, just created the connectivity, not the lab. So this is the switch 1 and this is switch 2 and switch 3. Let me start them one by one. So what I'm gonna do is this one, I'm gonna set up LACP. So we're going to create this one LACP based, and this one we will create PAGP. Okay, let's start. So I already did the connectivity. So okay, let me address again. So purpose of LACP or PAGP is to create ether channel or port channel. So what it means is that, let's say we have like in this scenario we have 3 switches, so we have connected 2 cables for each switcher, right? So this is to increase its what do you call, high availability. Maybe if the one port goes down, another port will help us to bring the traffic. But without port channel, the spanning tree or the loop prevention protocol gonna block one of the port. We want to get use of the both port maximum from because we have connected 2 cables, we have using our 2 network ports. But if it is not in use, it's a waste of resource. So we want to increase the availability of resources for the network. So that's why Cisco introduced, and the open standard has been market has companies has been introduced, the vendors has introduced this type of technologies to use. So the most popular is again LACP, which is the open standard adopted by almost every vendor who doing network equipment or network hardware or network operating system. They will come up with this technology. And then we have the PAGP. PAGP is a Cisco based or Cisco proprietary protocol. It only works with Cisco switches. We cannot use, if let's say you have a, instead of Cisco, if you have one side Cisco and one side is maybe Aruba or maybe Juniper or maybe something else, it doesn't work. But if you have one side Cisco and one side is Aruba or a different brand, you should go with LACP configuration. But the configuration of other brand may different from Cisco configuration, but most likely it will be the same concepts. Only the configuration or the command what you need to input will be the difference most of the time. So the foundation is in the end is all same. Everybody use the same foundation or the concepts. Then how they apply those technology is get difference. So let's start to configure what do you call switch console open. So just to recap again, we're going to configure these two switches, PAGP, and this one gonna be LACP. So first I go into search. I hope you can see it clear. Okay, I just put it here so it's a little bit clear. So I do en config terminal host name. This one is switch 1. So I just change the rename the switch so that we know which switch we are in. We don't do the misconfigurations. Okay, so we need to know which port are being used. I mean, from in this diagram we can see these two are used, which is 0/1 and 0/0/1 and 0/0. So to activate the port channel, first we need to go to interface gig 0/. I think it would be easy. The faster way to configure, if you have more than one port that you need to configure many configurations, similar configuration, in that scenario use the port range, interface range, then you gigabit /0, then 1. So it should be going inside 0/1, 0 and 0/1. So whatever we gonna configure here, it will configure in the interfaces. So let's see command what we have here. You have so many options we don't want. So it's channel. So we need to first configure the channel group. So channel group. So here we have two options. We need to give a number or enable auto interface. So we go with the number. So we need to select what is the number. I mean the number of the name. Instead of name, they're using number. So if let's say, but this one no need to match between two switches. So let's say here I select 1 and I can do on the other switch, the switch 2, I can do 3, 4, it doesn't matter. So we select group 1. So inside the group 1 we have two interfaces, which is 0/0 and 0/1. Then I need to go mode. So here we have a few options, which is active, auto, desirable, on, and passive. So if we are configuring PAGP, if you put auto, it will become PAGP enable, but I would say to go with desirable because it's like unconditionally it's PAGP. So in network, it's always better to like a hardcore what you want rather than leaving to auto, because I have learned that not to use auto functions, because most of the time the auto can give a lot of problem most scenarios. So sorry, I will go with desirable, enter. So now it says port channel one is configured already, and we can see the interface is gigabit 0 is, and gigabit 1 is going down, then it's coming up. So if we go here, show ether channel summary, so when we type it in summary, it says okay. So what it's saying is that we have created the port channel 1, okay, and we have two member ports, you see, which is gigabit gig 0/0 and 0/1, and using PAGP as a protocol. So this is what it's saying, and the I and the SD is, you can see from here, I is standard alone, meaning the port is working its own. It's not part of port channel yet, because the other side is not, we don't get anything to communicate, so it's still the port channel is not up, the interfaces are up. So what else we can see is SD, right? SD. So the SD is, we can see is this is a capital S, means layer 2, D means down. The port channel is down but interface is up. So how we can see is show interface status. See, again, if we come here, we can see these are connected, because the port this port are connected, you can see, to the other switches, and the port channel is down. If you want, you can do, let's see, CDP enable working or not. Yeah, so from CDP enable we already know what other things are connected. So the names are not showing exact because we never changed the name yet, so on the other switches. So this is done for this switch. Go to the second switch, you can see here things going up, down. Let's configure here, en config t host name is sw2, then we do interface range gig, here also 0/0/1. Now we are in the two ports. Now we say channel group, can be 1, it can be 2, don't need to mesh with switch 1, but I use 1 so it will be more easy to identify. Mode, again here we can put auto desirable, but I go with desirable because I always advise anybody who want to learn from me is that always try to hardcode that you know what you are getting from. So port channel created, link is going down and link coming up. Now the port channel 1 is up. So if we go to the switch 1, and if we can show, sorry, if we can see interface status, we see now the port channel is up. And if we go show it the channel summary, we already see now P, so which means capital P means it's bundle in port channel. So now the both of them are participating in the port channel. Even if you go to a show spanning tree, it should be different now. Yeah, so here it's showing forwarding already, but I think we cannot experiment until, let's see here, the host name, switch 3, shows planning tree. Yeah, so here one is block. So when we configured the new port channel, you will see this will not be showing block. So most likely you will see it was a forwarding. Yeah. So okay. Yeah, so what we just finished configuring PAGP. Now we can see some of the extra commands, and let's go to switch one, show the channel detail. Okay, yeah, it's giving you the detail of every port, what is their partner ID, all those informations. So when come to troubleshoot, the first command you need to always use the summary, and in summary you will definitely see different. So if I go here and config t interface port, yeah, port channel 1. So you can see all the configuration here. So let's say we want to change the port channel to different mode, or maybe LACP the same port, we want to change to a different mode. So if you want to change that, you cannot do it here. So let's say before that, once you create a port channel, whatever the change you do, example, if you change this to switch mode trunk, you need to put, example, if you are planning, according to your design, maybe according to your design, you have a VLAN maybe 10, 20 all here. So you want it to go here, then you need to make this one as a trunk. So once you create the port channel, you always do the configuration on the port channel which number you created. You don't go inside the gig 0/0 and do any configurations. You don't do that. So if you do that, it will be a problem. So it will create a lot of issues. So to avoid that, always remember, once you create a port channel, you apply all the changes on the port channel inside. You don't go individual ports. By the way, this will be quite long video, I think. Just be prepared for it. So yeah, so let's say we want to just play with this, right? Let's say you created a port channel, go vacation, and somebody comes, want to do something else. They say interface range gig 0/0/1 and change to channel group 1 mode, maybe let's say active. Yeah, good news is it's not allowing, because it's already part of the mode. It's part of gigabit 0 terminated because of its fail, is part of another group. So that's good, nobody comes. But what if, okay, let's try one more thing. Let's create this one. I cannot add any more port. I think we try here maybe. So no, I think it will increase unnecessary issues here. So then let's do one thing, we delete this and we change to auto. So exit, no interface, port channel 1. So don't think so we will have, see it goes down already, no more port channel. If I show interface status, yeah, I don't have anymore. So I do again configuration, go to config, interface range gig 1/1-1 channel group 1 mode auto. Okay, port channel comes up, but port comes up, show ether channel summary D, manages mean it's down. Let's see what is here, also down, so it's not coming up. Show interface, okay, now it's going down. I think if you have one side desirable and one side auto, so take a note. So let's say one side is desirable, this side I think we make it to auto, right? Auto, and this side we put desirable, the port channel forms. And if we have desirable this side and this side also desirable, port channel forms. Okay, let's see this side auto. Config T interface, config T interface, port channel 1, config T, no port, no interface, port channel 1, then interface range gig 0/0 search, channel group 1 mode auto is up. It may take some time. So we already tested one side is desirable. So we know if one side is desirable, port channel comes up, and one side is desirable and one side is one side is desirable, one side is auto, port channel comes up. So what will happen, one side is auto and another side also auto. Looks like it's not gonna come today. Show interface, I think it will take some time. Let's see, interface gigabit, no, sorry, status still down. Show interface port channel 1, so it's showing down with the channel. Nothing happened so far, both side is down. Yeah, so I think if both side is auto, I think it doesn't form. Okay, so what we have learned from this is that if we have both side auto, so how to see, how to see the configuration. show run interface interface port channel 1. It never says auto or not, so how I know? Show running configuration interface DKB 0/0. Is it saying? Yeah. So in the physical interface we see it shares negotiation auto, and here also let's see show interface show run interface dig/0 is auto. So it's a mode is auto, both side it doesn't come, it has to be either one desirable or both should be desirable. So it's like a both people like to talk to each other, that is like a desirable. If one is like to talk, one is okay, I'm ready to listen, then it is like, you know, it's possible to become, I mean, it will become a port channel in a PAGP. And if it is like both party, okay, I want to listen, then it doesn't, nobody talks, so it doesn't form. I think that's something similar to that. So let's go back one more thing. Let's see what's here showing. Just before we do some changes, let's see spanning tree, what it's showing here. So what we see here is it's both forwarding, show spanning tree, both forwarding. Okay, so meaning these two are forwarding, there is no block. This is what it's saying. No, this one is wrong. Is it port down? Show interface status. Yeah, it disabled, goes both. Okay, interface port channel 1 shutdown, no shutdown, comes up, the both interface comes up, still port channel is down. So if we go here, show interface status, we are saying again ports are now connected now, and this one is not connected. So because the both side auto, it doesn't come. So let's see what it's showing for spanning tree. Show spanning tree. Okay, it's all learning, forwarding. What about this? Should be one, should be blocking. Forwarding. Interesting. Oh, I'm looking at wrong. Show interface. I think the port is down here. Show interface status is down, so no point. That's why. Okay, interface port channel interface port channel 1, no shutdown, no shutdown. So if anything happen like protocol errors, it will go to the disable mode. So that's what happens. Now if we go here, show interface status, what we see is it's still not connected. Okay, coming up, yes. Show spanning tree. Yeah, so its status block, right? So okay, now we delete one side and we're gonna make it desirable. So I'm gonna, this one is auto, show running config. If you go to see all the configuration, you can use that command, and what we can see is auto. So other side I'm going to make it desirable. So what we're going to do here, go to interface, no interface, port channel group channel 1, then interface range gig, interface gig, and 0/01. Now we're gonna create a channel group 1 mode desirable. We double check. Yeah, desirable is PAGP, so we go with desirable. It's created. Give some time. Show ether channel summary. Yeah, it's down. Why it's down? Sure, it will take some time to come up, so let's give some time. Interface status, so still it's not connected, so it will take some time because one side is anyway. We double check the configuration. Show run interface gig 0/0. It says desirable channel group, so this one says auto, so it should come up, but I think there is some communication is taking for them to send something like a hello packet or something, so for them to come to a term and conditions to form this port group, so wait for that. Okay, I found the issue because it's disabled, so I need to shut down and open again. So I need to go to interface, port channel 1, shut down, and now shut down. Let's see what happens here. Okay, comes up already. Show ether channel summary. Yeah, so we have now P, so that means it's already bundled input channel. So that just double check what is the story for here for spanning tree. Show spanning tree. Yeah, port channel is forwarding. Let's see what is the story here. Show spanning tree also. Just double check on the. Yeah, so we don't see anymore the block. I think before we saw when there is no port channel, we saw its block. So now we don't see this port as an individual port, we see only port channel. So basically it means that we can send traffic from both sides, but we cannot do load balancing on this. I think I remember we cannot do. Let me check. I think PAGP. Let me check. I forgot. Bandwidth set parameter. I think no. So that is the story. Yeah, let's take a look at LACP. So let's configure new port channel. Interface, again same, we need to do the range command here again, because we want to configure the two interfaces, which is /0/2 and 3 into this one. So I go here, range 2 and 3, sorry, channel group 2 mode, this time active passive. So in LACP we have two mode, active and passive. So by default active become port channel. Active and passive also become port channel, meaning one side is, I keep forgetting this. So let's say this side is put at active, this side put passive, it will form the channel. And if I have active, also port channel will come. But if I have P here passive, and if I have passive, it won't have channel. So that is the summary of that. Let's try. So let's go. Mode I put active, port channel 2 comes up. We don't want this one now. We go here and config interface range gig 0/2/3 channel group. So no need to match, but I put the one, but this side I put passive. Show ether channel summary. Yep, created. LACP currently not enabled on the remote. Okay. Not in use, I'm not in use. It's coming up, it's quite slow. P is already there, that means bundle on, one is on bundle, one is on S, small s, capital S. What is this SS? I don't see. Suspended. Okay, let's see what is the story, why it's suspended. Show interface status, which is suspended. Why suspended? Show running. So both is active, but I don't know why it went to suspend there. What we can do is we can shut down and enable and see what happens. Okay, config the interface, interface port channel to shut down, no shutdown, so no shutdown. Show interface status, Suspended. Interesting. There is something is happening. What is that? Show run interface gig. Negotiation auto. Okay. Let's see what have into negotiation auto. Okay, the one I think negotiation auto is okay for the. Okay, one more thing we can do is, it's interesting, I never encountered this issue before. Let's see why it's suspending. Show ether channel port anything interesting we can find. No, it's suspended 3. Okay, why it is, this one is still 2. Channel up, mode active, protocol LACP, flag says device is sending slow. So this one is SA, meaning device is sending slow. LACP UDs active mode. Okay, what is saying here? Meet the channel port channel 2. No. Why it's getting suspended? I don't think so is an issue. I'm not sure why it's giving this error, but I don't see any issue here because it's applied the same configuration on the both side. But let's do one thing. This side is what, delete and re-add again and see what happens. Show running config, let double check. So what we have configured here is both same, but 2 comes up, third doesn't come up. So instead of passive, we go active this time and see what happens. Config T interface gig range, interface port channel 2. We delete, say no, gone. So interface gig range gig 0/2/3 channel group again 2 mode system active comes up. Show ether summary. This is funny. This is very funny. This is very funny. I think this one is suspended. This is very funny. Just now it's D, so you're down. But why it suspends? It's unbelievable. Show interface status. Again. Port channel to shut down. I do the same. Config D interface port channel to shut down. No shutdown. So sometimes if you're using the virtualization, it gives some problem like this. It says now hit the channel port upright, show the channel summary. See, second is on. This is very funny. Give me a moment. I think I'm going to set up the same thing in the let's shut down this and see what happens. Maybe there is some bug. I think let's create one more switch. I need to find a solution today for this. Two switches. We create same. Add link from I just want to figure out why it doesn't work. Get the configuration also from show running config. So I'm creating the port channel 2. I'm gonna configure in active. I'm gonna try first active and see what happens. config hostname SW4, this one is W5. This is stupid. No, some reason it has some issue in this. I don't know. It's weird to explain, but it is. One thing I can do is I'm gonna remove the port channel 1 and see whether it helps. Maybe PAGP and PAG cannot work together. It shouldn't be an issue, but I don't know. No interface port channel 1 config interface port channel 2 shutdown config interface port channel 2 shutdown, no shutdown. Show ether channel summary, both suspended. Oh shit, config interface. Channel 2, no shutdown. Show ether channel summary. It's something wrong with this simulation, so it's crazy. So maybe I need to update the, maybe there's some bug. It's crazy, but at the end of the day it should be no issue. So the command we learn is that show ether channel once we create to check, if you don't know what these P's and SU's mean, so you can see over here. So that is today's lesson. So again, wrap up. So I keep forgetting this one. Can I use? Okay, if you're using PAGP only Cisco switches, and in PAGP, okay, I think I'm gonna bring down this one now. We don't anymore. PAGP, if you have auto, and this side is desirable, then you have a port channel. And if you have PAGP auto desirable, yes, we can have. And then in PAGP we have desirable and desirable, both side. Yes, we can have a port channel, but in PAGP, if we have auto one side and another side is also auto, we won't have any port channel. It's rubbish. so it doesn't form any port channel if we have auto. Desirable to auto, yes. Desirable to desirable, also yes. That is the takeaway for the PAGP. And LACP is if you have active and active both side, then you have a port channel. And if you have in LACP, you have active and passive, also you have a port channel. Active, passive you have, but in LACP, CP, if you have passive and this side also passive, you won't have port channel. It's similar to auto in the PAGP, and both PAGP, LACP, both are port channels, meaning you can bundle. You bundle more than one port. If you have two ports, you bundle them. If you have three ports, you bundle them. And the name of the channels no need to match, meaning if you have port channel 1 on the one switch, and if you have port channel 2, you can enable port channel for this one. No need to match the name. Okay, these are the informations. I hope it is most helpful for you and you have learned something today. And I know it's a very long video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and please subscribe to the channel, and I'll be keep posting more network related and cybersecurity related videos. And I am planning to do some hacking videos, like a practical videos, but I'm waiting for the certain things to be arrived, certain gadgets to be arrived, then I'll do more video on that. And thank you for giving your time. Please subscribe and comment if you have any questions. I will reply based on my availability. Thank you very much.